Hello dear students, let's start a new topic, electrolytic dissociation and ionization. Now here two terms, electrolytic dissociation and ionization. This topic from chapter 6 of class 10th in subject chemistry. Let's come on the page number 114 of your book. First, electrolytic dissociation. The process involving the dissociation of an electrovalent or ionic compound into ions in the fused state or in aqueous solution state is called electrolytic dissociation. So, electrolytic dissociation, it is a process in which the dissociation of only electrovalent or ionic compound into their ions in the fused state or in aqueous state, that process is called the electrolytic dissociation. As for example, sodium chloride is a electrovalent compound. So here sodium chloride dissociate into their respective ions in aqueous state or also in the molten state, and they conduct the electricity. So their dissociation is called the electrolytic dissociation. Here, when sodium chloride is a electrovalent compound, its crystal structure contains Na plus and Cl minus ions, sodium and chloride ion. Now here sodium and chloride ion, the both ions sodium ion and chloride ions are held together by the electrostatic force of attraction in their solid state. Now, when the sodium chloride dissolve in water or melted, it conduct electricity. Why? When sodium chloride dissolve in water, that is in the aqueous state, the dielectric effect of polar water molecule decreases the force of attraction between the ions. Hence, ions are free to move. These ions conduct the electricity. Let's come in these examples. Now, in the aqueous state, when sodium chloride dissolve in the water have the polar in nature. So the dielectric effect, due to their dielectric effect, the bond between the sodium and chloride, that is electrostatic force of attraction between the sodium and chloride, will decreases due to the polar nature of the water, and the sodium chloride dissociate into sodium ion and the chloride ions, and these ions are free ions in the aqueous solution, and due to these free ions, the sodium chloride, aqueous solution of sodium chloride conduct the electricity. Now in the molten state, when we given the high temperature or heat, that temperatures overcome the force of electrostatic attraction between the sodium and chloride, and they weak the bond between the sodium and chlorines due to the heat in molten state, and the sodium chloride dissociate into their respective ions Na plus and Cl minus, and these ions present in free state in the molten state of the sodium chloride, and these free ions is responsible for the conduction of electricity. So sodium chloride dissociate in their aqueous solutions and also in the fused state, but the nature of dissociation is different in the aqueous solution and in the molten state. Now the next term, ionization. The process involves the formation of ion by a polar covalent compound in aqueous solution is called ionization. Now, electrolytic dissociation always in the electrovalent compounds, but the ionization always in the polar covalent compound in the aqueous solution. So the ionization is the process in which the formation of ions by a polar covalent compound in aqueous solution is called the ionization. As for example, hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride is a polar covalent compound. When hydrogen chloride present in the gaseous state or in the pure liquid state, then the hydrogen chloride is unionized and do not conduct the electric current or electricity, because in the pure liquid state or gaseous state, hydrogen chloride is unionized. So ion is not present, so they do not conduct the electricity. However, these polar compounds that is so charge distribution in its molecule, such as hydrogen atom has a slight positive charge and chlorine atom has a slight negative charge. When this hydrogen chloride is added to a water, the slight negative charge oxygen atom of the water exert an electrostatic pull on positively charged hydrogen ions present in the molecule HCl. Thus, H plus ion combined with water forming hydronium ions, as for example here. Now, due to the when hydrogen chloride dissolve in the waters, then waters ionizes the hydrogen chloride into their respective ions, H plus and Cl minus. Now H plus combined with the H2O molecules and they form the H3O plus and Cl minus from the HCl. So the free ions from the HCl is present in the aqueous solution due to the polar covalent water molecule water molecules. So this process is called the ionization. So when a polar covalent molecules form the ions in aqueous solution, that process is called the ionization. As for example, HCl ionizes in the water H3O plus and Cl minus into their free respective ions. Okay.